ignored. Adam Friedland went on Piers Morgan's show, and this is like arguably the longest sentence I've ever heard anyone utter on this show. That is usually people, myself included, the one time I did it, screaming over one another. And the fact that they allowed Adam to kind of get this full thought out as he's explicitly joking and mocking them made me laugh pretty hard.
So in this clip, we're going to watch what she's talking about is kind of what we saw the other day was Adam Friedland going full sarcastic and absolutely destroying Tim Pool on the panel, who couldn't understand that he was making a joke. And it was pretty funny. Tim Pool sat there and just kind of, I mean, I don't know how it went past anybody's head, to be honest. Tim Pool was making his excuses about, about what happened with Jimmy Kimmel and how the FCC wasn't involved with it and how Trump wasn't involved with it when it was pretty obvious that Trump was involved with it. I mean, even people on Tim Pool's own side said that Trump was involved with it. Like, come on. And Adam Friedland kills it in this clip. Let's go ahead and watch Emma Vigeland break down Adam Friedland destroying these MAGA stooges like Tim Pool on this Piers Morgan panel.
But where's the empathy for Donald Trump? Certainly what it seems like to me is that he feels like he's been bullied. And I've been a victim of bullying my entire life. And still, I am regularly. I'm on the internet. But I've always said to my bullies, like, while it's disrespectful, rude, hurtful for them to be saying that, I support their constitutional right to be saying things about me that aren't true. So, previous Democratic administrations have gotten the same treatment from conservative comics like Dennis Miller, Michael Richards, Kill Tony. I'm sure a lot of that caused Joe Biden a lot of pain, but never were their constitutional rights violated by the executive branch of the government. And I think that is...
I'm sorry, he has them hypnotized.
It is the longest. Also, I'm just laughing so hard at the idea of Kill Tony causing Joe Biden a lot of pain.
Kill Tony said, man.
Yeah, Adam Ray killed Joe Biden.
Okay, sorry, that was a little too low.
No one's saying that. No poll says that.
Anyway, keep going.
But never were their constitutional rights violated by the executive branch of the government. And I think that is what the clear difference is here. And I think for all of us as a culture, we have to ask ourselves, like, is the president suffering right now from being made fun of? And the truth is this, like 30% of Americans suffer from depression, and there's a stigma.
If you guys like this clip and clips like it, please don't forget the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you to everybody who is watching this video.
And if that is indeed...
He's at 2 minutes of straight talking.
Oh my God.
Like, he should feel equipped to get help, and it is a public risk.
I take the slight sarcasm to your...
I'm not. No.
Here's the point I'm make. I don't think Trump feels bullied or hurt or any of those things. I think what he feels...
So what?
Here's what I think he feels. So he actually spelled it out in the last few days. There's no doubt, as he said, that about 99% of all the coverage of Trump.
Oh my
on all
God.
These late night.
All right.
Because he sucks.
Yeah.
Wait, but what he's saying is literally like giving backup to what Adam's argument is.
Yeah, they're bullying him.
Why would you care if 99% of coverage about you is negative or critique unless your feelings were hurt? I mean, it doesn't matter unless your feelings were hurt.
Our sensitive orange president.
I know. He just needs some. He needs some mental health care. That was so. He needs some counseling. Can you imagine what a therapy session with Donald Trump would be like?
Well, Epstein stole his masseuse, so how the fuck is he supposed to relax?
That's so true. Oh God. All right. Well, I like the way that Adam keeps them guessing by being so straight faced and not letting them know really fully where he's going. And the fact that Tim fell for it for just a quick second, it warms my heart.
Also, to let him go on for that long and then be like, I'm detecting the sarcasm. I mean, really?
Taking that show back.
You that long?
Friedland's like doing this Isaac Chotiner thing where like he keeps getting media spots or interviews where it's like, do people not realize who they're talking to? Like he's messing with you. Do people not get that? Or I'm just, especially because people are so insincere in political media generally and half of its performance, how can you not pick up on that? I guess it's because these people are so self-serious, they can't imagine.
It's actually because they're performing their damn self. So it's like, like I really think that's what it is. I mean, because Tim Pool came up with all of these, reasons why this was okay. Lying to himself. First, he said that the FCC was not involved with this. The Trump and the FCC was not involved with taking out Jimmy Kimmel off the air. When we did see the representative of the FCC go on Benny Johnson and make his threats, and then suddenly it was all taken care of and Jimmy Kimmel was off the air. But maybe it was just too obvious and they put him back on the air. I don't know, that confusion, right? But at the same time, it's like Tim Pool sitting there acting like, no, that didn't happen. It was so obvious that it did happen that even the lady on his own side started to go off on him. Like, what do you mean? Like, I can't even pretend that didn't happen, basically. Right? And so but then in the end of Tim Pool's point that he was making, or that he thought he was making, his dissertation, he said, well, they had a minimal influence. That's still influence. What do you mean minimal? So like he had to finally concede. It was too much in anybody's face who was paying attention that this is exactly what happened, right? Like you don't have to like Jimmy Kimmel. Listen, I've never watched Jimmy Kimmel. I don't know Jimmy Kimmel, but I still can't lie about what happened. And Tim Pool was sitting there lying because, but we're also talking to somebody who goes to the White House, who is like basically become, not just like become some White House correspondent or something like that. That's not what I'm saying that he is exactly, but he is part of the propaganda team for Trump. We would call it out. If Sam Cedar was at the White House for Joe Biden, people would have called it out. They would have called it out immediately. Nobody calls this out about Tim Pool. So it's like, it's disingenuous. When he's defending Trump, it's like, well, why are you defending him now? Is it so that you can keep going to the White House? Or, this is the same person who met with Netanyahu. Like, I'm always going to bring that up. So he's not the same guy. I don't care how many beatings he wears. He's not the same guy.
There's a free speech in this country.
Yeah, this is my Super Bowl.
Tim was all about that until, Israel gets brought up. And he's
One
like,
guy.
Shh, one guy, one time.
I don't care. One guy, one time. I don't care.
Anyway, right. That was him defending the detention of Mahmoud Khalil, was it not?
Not defending. He says, I don't care about that. I'm the free speech guy, but I don't care about a kid being detained for months in Louisiana because of criticizing Israel.
Not
But I'm a
caring
free
is
speech
different
guy.
from
One time,
supporting.
one guy.
Yeah. That quite interesting how he kind of backs off
Is
of
full
the
of
Israel
shit.
issue. Yeah. He was very anti-war, very, very anti-war, but only our support of Ukraine. And then when the question about Israel, back when we debated that, he didn't want to comment on it at all. And now we have a report from earlier this year that he was one of the right-wing influencers that met with Benjamin Netanyahu. I'm sure that meeting left him completely, neutral and not seeking, say, like alternative financing after not being able to use Russian oligarch money anymore because that got caught by the government. Anyway, he was a victim. Here's Adam.
So you see, and they break it down again. So it's like having Tim, look, nobody's going to come after Tim Pool and say, oh, he shouldn't be on shows anymore because of, he's still going to be a guest speaker and things. He still has a podcast. People go to it, whatever. But it's like, who you're dealing with. Like you met with Netanyahu, right? So your position on many things, it means nothing to me, especially when it comes to Israel. So shout out to Emma Vigeland for bringing that point up. See, I brought it up, but they brought it up too, because it's just such a huge point that you can't deny it. And it does make a difference. It's like, are you genuine? Do you believe in what you're saying? And with Tim Pool, I'm not sure that he does, but it is what it is. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.